Srimati Varsha Rao, who is going to talk about the importance of Vatasavitri Vrat. Over to you, Varsha ji.
Thank you, Pavitrama, and good evening to all the wonderful children here. First of all, let me congratulate you on such wonderful performances. All the dance performances were really beautiful. So a very big applause from me also to all of you, really. And all of you are looking so pretty and so nice. So it's really very nice to see all of you, really. Okay, now tell me, all of you, one of you will also do, how many of you like to listen to stories? How many of you like to listen to stories?
I would
Okay. Okay. You like. How many of you all want, you all like to tell stories? How many of you like to tell stories? Okay. So today I am going to tell you a story. Now all of you will have to promise me that once we are done with this, you will tell this story to your parents. Promise? Promise now? Oh, so you will have to, yes. So you will have to listen to this story very carefully. Then. Okay. Now, do you all know what is the meaning of Vata? Now, Vata Savitri Vrat is there. Vata means what? What is Vata? Do you all know? No, never heard of it? Okay. Yes, it is. Can you all see this Vata Savitri that can come on the screen? Is it this? It is the banyan tree. Yes, it is. Yes. Can you see the tree here?
Yes.
It is. Now, what is so special about this tree? Can you all? Anyone knows what is very special about this tree?
Yes.
Yes. What is it? What is very special about the tree?
Ma'am, they have long roots from up, and also on Vata Savitri Purnima we round a thread around it.
Okay, very nice, very good. The tree actually in our, in our ancient culture was also known as the Kalpa Vruksha. Kalpa Vruksha means a wish fulfilling tree. So if you wish for something and you pray to this tree, it will fulfill all your wishes. Okay, fine. Now we will talk about the Vrata. Now in this, all over India on Vata Savitri, that day is a festival which is celebrated all over India, in the north and in the south. Now, in the north, it is celebrated on Amavasya, which is the new moon day, and in the south, it is celebrated on a Purnima, that is the full moon day. Okay, what do women do? Women take that thread and they go around in circles tying you. Can you see the picture? They tie the thread around the trunk of the tree. Okay, and why do they do that? They do it and they also fast. Okay, so the whole day long you cannot eat anything, you cannot drink anything. That is the fast that women do. Now, why do women do this? They pray for the long life of their husband and also for the prosperity of their house. Okay, so this is a fast for women do for the long life of their husbands. Okay, so now how do they do that? They tie thread, then they put kunkuma archana, then they have the deepam, 5 fruits. All of it is given, at the trunk, that base of the trunk that you can see. And this is how the puja is done for Vata Savitri. Now, why is the day celebrated by women? We will come to know the story. So listen carefully to the story. Yeah. This is the picture of Satyavan and Savitri. Okay. Now, who was Satyavan and who is Savitri? Actually, the story revolves around Savitri. Now, Savitri was a daughter of a king. Okay. The king was Ashwapati and he didn't have any children for many years. So praying to God, he finally, was blessed with a daughter. Now that daughter was named Savitri and she was very beautiful. And not only beautiful, she had an aura. Aura means, the energy which surrounds you. She had an aura of very high purity. So lot of purity and beautiful and very intelligent. So she grew up. When she grew up, it was time for her marriage. Then, but nobody came forward to ask for her hand. Why? Because she was extremely beautiful, and there was so much of purity that, you know, the would-be husbands would be like, मुझे नहीं चाहिए इतना beautiful wife, मैं क्या कैसे करूंगा, कैसे ये करूंगा. So nobody came forward, and they were like, you know, we don't want to get married to someone who's so beautiful and so intelligent. So then the king was very worried. The father said, now what am I going to do? So he told Savitri, you go and you find a husband for your own self. So then Savitri, she went on a pilgrimage. And when she was passing through a forest, she came across a young man called as Satyavan. Now Satyavan was a prince, and he was the son of a king who was removed from his kingdom, who was thrown out from his kingdom. Okay, and he was thrown out and he was blind. The king was blind. So the throne of that kingdom was taken over by somebody. So this poor king, along with his wife and son Satyavan, they were living in the forest. So when Savitri came across Satyavan, she decided that she will get married to only Satyavan. So she went back to her father and she told him that I am going to get married to Satyavan. Now, when she was speaking about this, do you all know of a rishi called as Narad Muni? Have you heard of Narad Muni? Sage Narad Muni?
Yes.
Yes. He is very naughty. Sometimes he's very naughty. So what he does is he does Narayan, Narayan, Narayana, Narayana, and he goes around spreading mischief. He does mischief most of the time. So he was passing through when suddenly he heard Savitri telling her father that she will get married to only Satyavan. So then he came to Savitri and he told her, you have made a very bad choice. So Savitri said, why is that? So then Narad Muni told her that, you know, Satyavan he has a curse. So he will die after 1 year from the time that you get married to him. So within 1 year, he will die. Then when the king heard this, he was very upset. He told Savitri, no, don't get married. But Savitri had decided that she will marry only Satyavan and she will not get married to anyone else. So then finally, Savitri gets married to Satyavan and she goes and starts living in the forest. She is a princess, but she decides that, you know, she will leave all of this riches. So she wears simple clothes and then she goes to the forest and lives with Satyavan. Now, she is, you know, very happy. She loves her husband very much. She loves her Satyavan's father, that parents, very much. And she is very happy. Time passes and then the day comes when Satyavan is going to die. Okay, so just 2 days before he is going to die, Savitri, she sits under the banyan tree and she starts fasting. She doesn't take any food. She doesn't have any water, nothing. She sits under the banyan tree and fasts. On the 3rd day, that is on the day that he is going to die, he, as usual, he doesn't know that he is going to die. Only she knows. So what she does is she tells him, dear husband, now today you are going to the forest to cut the wood. I will also come along with you. So as usual, so Satyavan tells her, okay, you come along with me. So she goes along with him to the forest. He climbs a tree and as he's cutting the wood of that tree, he suddenly feels like, you know, he's fainting and he falls down from the tree and he falls to the ground. And that is when Savitri realizes that he is dying. Okay, so she takes his head on her lap and she is, you know, wiping the sweat and she's, you know, taking care of him. Suddenly there is a lot of light in front of Savitri. And then when she looks up, she sees that a huge buffalo, a huge big black buffalo. Sitting on that buffalo is a huge, you know, man, very dark, okay, with big mustache, red color clothes, and he's got a noose. Noose, do you understand? A rope that is there in his hand. You can see it in this picture. Left hand, he has a noose in his hand with a rope, and he's got a mace in the right hand. So she looks up to him and she realizes that he is the god of death, that is Lord Yama. So what she does is she carefully places the head of Satyavan on the ground. She gets up and she bows to Lord Yama. And when she does that, Lord Yama, he gives her Ashirvad, and he doesn't say anything. With the nose, he takes the prana. Prana means the soul of Satyavan, and what he does is he goes away. He is going with the prana of Satyavan. Then, as he's going, suddenly he hears the anklets, payal ka, chum, 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 chum. He's very surprised. He's like, who is this who's coming behind me? He suddenly turns and he sees that Savitri is following him. So he stops and he tells her, my dear child, what are you doing here? Please go back, take your husband and burn his body. He's dead now. So Savitri says, no, I cannot do that. I cannot live without my husband. So wherever my husband goes, I will also go behind him. So Lord Yama is, he's saying, no, you cannot come. I am going to the Yamloka. That is where only the dead people live. That is the souls. You cannot come to that place. You please go back. How much ever he tells her, she doesn't listen. She follows him. And quite a distance. You can see Lord Yama is telling him, go. Then what happens is, then Savitri since she doesn't listen, no? So Lord Yama says, okay, I will give you 4 boons. 4 boons means you can wish for 4 things. But you should not wish for the life of your husband. Only no wishing for the life of your husband. Any other wish you can ask for. So Savitri thinks and Savitri says, okay, first give me back the eyesight of my father-in-law. That is my husband's father who is blind. So you please give him back his eyesight. So Lord Yama says, Tathastu. So then the second wish is, she says that give him back the kingdom that he has lost. He doesn't have a kingdom. He's living in the forest. So give him the kingdom. So then Lord Yama says, okay, Tathastu. Third wish, she says, my father has only me as a child. I want 100 sons for my father. So then Lord Yama says, okay, Tathastu. And now the fourth and the last wish, you wish and then you go back. So says, okay. The fourth, she says, I want 100 sons. So Lord Yama says, Tathastu. And then he turns and he goes. As he's walking, again he hears payal ka, chum, 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 chum. He looks back again and he's again surprised to see Savitri following him. So then he's saying, now I gave you 4 wishes. Now why are you following me? Saying, then she bows again to him and she says that you gave me a boon of 100 sons, my lord, but how will I get 100 sons when I don't have my husband? So then Lord Yama smiles and he realizes Savitri is very wise. She's outwitted him. He has given her a boon and he cannot fulfill that. Now he has to give back the husband. So then he says, okay, wish. But you take one more wish and wish. So immediately she wishes for the life of her husband. And then Lord Yama says, Tathastu. And then he gives back the life of her husband. And she is very happy. Then he says, go and now, take care of your husband. You go back. And then she joins her hands. Thank you. And she runs back to her husband. Her husband, he was sleeping, in the forest. He gets up as if, he was in some deep sleep. He opens his eyes and he sees his wife in the front. Then they go back to their parents, his parents, Satyavan's parents, and he sees that, his father, Satyavan's father, has got back his eyesight. He's no longer blind. And he also has got back his kingdom also. All the people from the kingdom have come to take him back. Then Savitri tells the story, what happened, and everybody praises Savitri for being, so dedicated and so loyal to her husband that she got him back from Lord Yama. Normally, we don't get, our lives back. Once we die, we do not get our life back. But Savitri got her husband back from Lord Yama. So that is why this day is, celebrated as Vata Savitri Day. Okay. And now what do we learn from this story? All of you tell me, what do we learn from this story? One thing that you think you learned from this story.
You should always be loyal.
Okay, we must always be loyal. Okay, very good. What else?
Should always be wise
Very okay.
to
Very
solve the
nice.
problems.
We have to be always like Savitri.
Yes, that means, see, remember one thing, children. If we want something very much in our life, and we pray to God, God will always grant us our wishes. So pray to God daily. Right now, every night you should sit down and pray to God, thanking God for your parents, wonderful siblings, and all that you have in life. So, and pray to God, and whatever you need to pray to God. All right. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Babu.
Ma'am, and we also learned that, like Savitri, we should always be calm in situations like that.
Very good, very nice. We should always be calm also. Very nice. Excellent.
Be brave.
You should also be brave enough. Following Lord Yama is not a small thing. He's so ferocious looking, He looks very ferocious, very dangerous. इतना बड़ा बड़ा मुच्छी है. Imagine dark है. तो कितना डर लगेगा. But then she followed him. She never bothered. So you have to be brave also. Very nice. So then we finish with this story. Now all of you all today will relate the story to your parents. All of you?
Yes. Yes.
All of you will do that? Okay. Let's see how many of you all do that. I will ask you in the next class. Okay. So take care, all of you. Have a nice, lovely day. Bye, Babu.
Thank you, Varsha. That was a wonderful story.
Thank
Hope you all enjoyed the story. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.